What's going on, broskies? A very sleepy Adamocles here, and today Mamoswine surprisingly dropped a little bit early, and I'm bringing you my Mamoswine guide because I think this is, in my opinion, the best way to play it, and I think this is going to help a lot of you out if you're just starting off playing Mamoswine, which everybody is because it just dropped. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. If you disagree with anything I say or you have any different opinions, please drop it in the comments below. I'm more than happy to talk about it, or hop in Discord, or hit at me on Twitter, whatever. So Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a defender. It is an attack-based defender, so do not run any special attack stuff on this dude. And I'm going to be going Ice Fang and Earthquake, which might seem kind of strange, but I promise you it is pretty nasty. I'm not much of a defender player, not because I can't play them, but because I just don't enjoy defenders that much, but bringing you something special today. So Mamoswine is actually like really solid and brings a lot to the table for a team, and especially in lane. It's very strong early on in the game, very, very, very strong, and basically its passive allows it, after a few basic attacks, 3 specifically, every time you hit, its special defense and its defense rises, and on its third enhanced attack, or on its enhanced attack, the opponent Pokemon is frozen. Really fantastic, like really fantastic. So why am I telling you about this? Because what I'm running for items is Muscle Band because of the increased attack speed, Focus Band, and Buddy Barrier. I think this is the go-to option. He doesn't do a ton of damage, but he has a ton of disruption, and if you run Muscle Band, you're going to be CCing, like crowd controlling, stunning people like crazy, okay? The first thing that I do is I go and pick up Ice Fang. Ice Fang basically makes it so you, within like a little bit outside of melee range, you can grab somebody, pick them up, hold them in the air, and you can direct them to a place around you on the ground to slam them back down frozen. It's really, really good. Any kind of displacement like that where you fully control an opponent in any MOBA is insane, and Ice Fang is no different. It is super, super solid, and I highly recommend you pick it up. It just takes carries out of team fights. It allows you to win fights that you shouldn't be able to win. It is insanely good, and all you got to do is close the gap a little bit, slam them on the ground, and then your basic attacks are going to follow up and they're going to refreeze these people. It's just really, really solid. Also, if you flip somebody onto your goalpost, it's going to freeze your goalpost and make it so anybody trying to score has a slower time scoring. You will see a ring around your own allied goalpost when you do this, like a frozen ring, and so if someone's trying to cheese you with score shields or anything like that, you can flip an APOM into it, you can flip anything into your own allied zone, and it will slow down their score speed, which is really, really nice as well. For the other option, I pick Earthquake. Earthquake is a little leap, and basically what it does is when you land, it stuns and pulls enemies in towards you, which is a really nasty engage tool. And so that's going to be the combo that we're running. We're going to go and be earthquaking on top of people, trying to pull in multiple people at once, and it can pull in multiple people at once. And then you're going to Ice Fang them once they are pulled in and knocked up, so that your team can follow up and just murk them. It's a really, really solid combo, and it's a lot of fun to pull off. It's really good. Like, look, like that Snorlax, if my teammates were, you know, doing stuff, should be gone, but unfortunately doesn't happen there. Happens later on, but that's going to be your go-to combo, and you want to be landing this on as many people as possible because Earthquake, it has a massive AoE, and if you land it and you're able to get that displace, like instant team fight W, okay? And now the other options would be his charge move. For whatever reason, I can't remember what the hell his name is right now. But the problem that I have with that, and I guess I'll just add on to that, Icicle Crash as well, is there's a delay. You are stuck in the animations for a really long time. And so while you might think about playing it like Ornn from League of Legends, where you drop an icicle from the sky and it lands there on the ground, and then you can charge into it, basically explode it and freeze people in the area. The problem is that Icicle Crash, it's not like an immediate icicle drop. it's like a little dribble, and then it drops the icicle, and there's plenty of time to move out of the way. And the same thing with the charge. The charge has a long animation, and at the end of the animation, like once the charge is done, you are stuck in that charge animation because it goes through a second animation where it slams the ground. So it really kind of like, it's just not appealing in my opinion. I don't enjoy it as much. Whereas this type of play style, you are able to get in there, immediately apply pressure, and constantly be CCing people and disrupting people for your team. It also gives you a little bit of a gap close, which I think is really needed. Mamoswine is a fairly close range character, even if you are running like charge and stuff like that. And so that's going to be your kryptonite if you if you don't have your team around you, which you always should. But you'll see later on, it's, people can go and juke you out. People can, you can miss. But the nice thing about Mamoswine is that when you're in those fights, and if you're running focus band and muscle band, you can stay alive a lot longer than you really think that you should be able to. Because of the increased special defense and defense that you get from your basic attacks, and from the constant freezing from your basic attacks and Ice Fang as well. It's just like there's so much CC and disruption that you're really gonna have a blast playing this character. And I promise you, if you try this build out, it's gonna pay dividends. Like you can really, like, we're just gonna scramble this Cinderace right here. Like he's trying to get away, but he can't. I'm just gonna keep freezing him. I'm gonna drop my stuff on the ground, keep flipping him over with the Ice Fang, and as you level up, Ice Fang and Earthquake just get better. Ice Fang's area of effect gets larger, and Earthquake's pull gets stronger. It's just really solid. And just, I'll have a whole other video on this, but Alolan Ninetales, if you remember, certain abilities, namely the Unite move, does double damage to frozen targets. And if you combine the freezing capabilities of Mamoswine and the freezing capabilities of Alolan Ninetales, it's a super oppressive lane to play, like really obnoxious. I guarantee you're going to see a ton of it in the coming weeks, because literally you're just getting frozen every 5 seconds and there's nothing you can do about it. It's totally obnoxious. Potential counters to Mamoswine, which I think might be seeing a little bit more play, is just cleanses. You're providing a large amount of CC, and so having somebody like a Blissey with Safeguard, even though nobody runs Safeguard on Blissey, that could really just put a damper in your whole kit. But that goes the same for literally any of the other tanks as well, just because they all are very CC reliant, right? And it would kind of cause the Blissey to have a bad build because Safeguard isn't necessarily the best in all situations. But I digress. Just wanted to kind of throw that out there. But in general, your playstyle is going to just be, you want to be on those front lines, looking for the engage with the Earthquake or the Ice Fang, and then just following up on your own CC. Keep applying those freezes with your basic attacks. Keep hitting, because the more you hit, the tankier you're going to get, right? It stacks up to 3 times, and if you're running Muscle Band, you're going to be stacking that up quite quickly. And you see exactly another example of that going down. Is like you literally just Earthquake onto someone, Ice Fang them back, and there's nothing your team can do. Now that Cinderace just runs away, but you get the idea. That's literally all you're doing is Mamoswine, and it's really solid. The Unite move is not my favorite Unite move. Not my favorite Unite move. It's okay, but don't go and expect that you're going to play it like a Blastoise. It does not do that much damage. It is much more of a CC and disruption type of a character. Okay, so you're going to want to go and hop in with Earthquake, hop in with Ice Fang, and when people start focusing you, you go and you pop that Unite move, and you can see like this Cinderace just gets away from me. I can't land the Ice Fang on him. My team cleans it up, but you're just able to apply so much pressure to the enemy carries, and especially if you can land your Ice Fang, unlike myself here, that people start to become really scared of you, because even if you miss everything, and even if they're like destroying your team, just the fact that you can constantly freeze people and pull people in just makes you a threat at all stages of the game. So I'm really enjoying this character. I really like this as a defender, and you just have to remember, use your CC. It's all about the CC, and it's all about the disruption. That's what you're there for. You're not really there to deal damage, even though you do deal increased damage to frozen targets, which is nice. It's just not that type of character. Believe me, guys, I tried it in practice a little bit, and I'm going to try it again. You guys know I like to make the cheesy builds, but the damage output is just not really there on this character. I'm not even sure, like, if the basic attacks I'm sure the basic attacks can crit. I don't know if any of the other things can crit, though. And so I don't know how good a crit build or a damage build would be on this guy. But right now, Focus Band, Muscle Band for sure, and Buddy Barrier is going to allow you to sustain like crazy. Like crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, people. We got tons and tons of builds coming, and Sylveon's up next. That's what I'm really excited for, because I am a carry player. Obviously, I'm an attacker. I'm a speedster. I like my damage dealers, and Sylveon is right up my alley. She looks not really too similar to Ari from League of Legends, but she's kind of around there, and I'm really excited for that. And that should be coming like next week, in my opinion. So we'll see what kind of builds we got for that. But you guys let me know, how are you liking Mamoswine? What do you think of this build? Go and give it a shot. Drop a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. We're almost at 20K subs. I can't believe it. But that's all I got for you. It's really late. I wanted to put this out there because I really love this build. And that's it for me, guys. Damocles out.